You're most welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and also hit the notification button so that you don't miss out information about farming. Here we're talking about a piggery venture, and we're looking at know your pig. What I mean is know the animal you're dealing with in terms of performance, that is in terms of number of piglets, litter size, and weight gain. The reason why I'm saying this is that everything will depend on how the animal is going to perform. Is it giving you so many piglets? Is it giving you few piglets? Is it gaining weight? I mean, is the feed that you're giving them, or they are not actually gaining weight and you're spending? Well, the animal does not know that you're spending on it to make money. But on your side, you should be knowing the animal that you're dealing with. So when we talk about breeds, there is a breed that really makes a very good mother. There are breeds that make good mother. Actually, the breeding companies keep improving the genetics, the quality of these mothers over time. And we're looking at the likes of Landrace, Yorkshire, Large White. Those specific breeds have traits that are really so good in that they make good mothers. I've seen a friend rear a pig over time, over 8 months, and that pig is not even putting up 100 kilograms. And trust me, at that point, it's even eating more than 3 kilograms per day. So the animal is not putting any more weight, and slightly putting weight on its muscle, on its body. But here we are talking about genetics that have ability to add in weight, that have ability to give you quite a number of piglets that you're going to play with. I can assure you that if I got 20 piglets from a sow and I'm able to win over 15 piglets, I'm better off than someone who's going to get 10 and he wins 5 piglets or 7 piglets. Because at the end of the day, we are looking at how many piglets that mother, that sow, is going to give you over a certain period of time. Actually, time is the most important factor in production, because here we are looking at how much money you're going to get from the investment you're putting in. So the most important thing is that you need to be knowing the genetics, the breeds, the animal that you're working with. So when you cross a Landrace and a Yorkshire, you will get a very good mother that becomes a parent. So the other ones, a Landrace, Yorkshire, become grandparents. They're actually breeds that are looked after, that are identified for having very good mothering traits. So Landrace can have its traits in terms of being docile, taking care of piglets, milk yield. A Large White can also have its traits, so a Yorkshire can have its traits in terms of litter sizes, number of piglets. So combining those two breeds, you get a product that now we call an F1, a parent line. So that product is what is supposed to be used at the farm as a mother for what you're going to produce as pork. So the products that are produced as pork, definitely the parent is giving so many piglets of those that are supposed to be slaughtered for pork. So when I get so many piglets from my parent line, from my F1, from the animal that has been crossed between a Large White and a Landrace, when I get a Large White or a Landrace and a Yorkshire, when I get that F1 and it's a female and I'm keeping them at my farm and they are giving me over 15 piglets, honestly, if I'm able to win 15, my profit margin increases compared to getting very less piglets from one sow. So over time, because now this project, you don't just look at it in one cycle, you're looking at it for a certain period of time. You're looking at it for 4 years. So over time, you should be thinking about how am I going to replace my mothers to see that I have a continuous run of my farm, a continuous success of my farm. I can assure you, we started this farm with around 30 mothers, and currently we are building and we are looking at 100 mothers. So our experience, our growth pattern has been so good, and definitely I'm very sure we are going to hit our target if we are not interrupted by any of the natural disasters. So if I'm getting quality piglets from my mother, I'm gonna raise them, because the F1 I'm getting, the parent I'm getting, I'm going to look for a male, a very good male for it. I'm going to look for a very good male which has very good characteristics, because my interest is what I'm going to be raising for pork should be growing and reach a target market size within a certain period of time. So I will look for a pig that is able. So these genetics are always improved basing on targets, let's say growth, reproductive performance. For the case of males, we are interested in it serving its characteristics in terms of growth. If I'm improving a certain line for mothering traits, definitely it should have that characteristics. I'm not saying that a male can only carry characteristics for growth. So a certain male, let's say a landrace male, can have characteristics for mothering and also has some characteristics for growth. So this time around, I'm looking at the likes of Durox, Petrain, synthetic boars, P90. So there are so many companies that are having different lines. PIC will have its lines, Choice Genetics will have its lines, Danbred will have its line, Danbred has a Duroc. So those males perform at a very good rate. And basically, if I serve my F1, the mother that I already produced as a parent, if I serve it with that male, I'm sure of getting a product that is very good, of high quality, that can grow at a high rate and go into the market. So what do I mean here? That you should be knowing the kind of piglet, the kind of mother, the boar, and the piglet that you're dealing with, because those are things that are going to be converting your money and making more money for you. They are the ones that are going to be converting the feed into muscle to make more money for you. So ideally here we have pigs giving us over 15 piglets, which is quite good, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, up to 22 piglets, which is quite good because we are performing with very good females. I'm very sure access to such breeds is not quite easy, but if you can reach out to us, we can have access to such breeds. Then we can also have a discussion how best you can make money in pig farming. Basically looking at feeding protocols, looking at construction, looking at the genetics, looking at the management. We are well organized in that packaging, and basically you can reach out to us and see how best you can make money in piggery farming. This is not just a transaction, this is a long-term relationship we are building with you, in that we have sustainable farms coming up in East Africa, Uganda, and that is our major goal. So ideally, pig farming has money, but depends on how well you understand the process. The process, I mean the whole issue of construction, nutrition, genetics, management, how well you're going to package yourself to understand all that process is where you can actually make money in piggery farming. So ideally, so far now we have a certain number of mothers that are following, and we also have different pigs at different stages. We have growers, we have winners, we have finishers, all that in different stages, and that calls for proper planning and how best you're going to run the farm effectively. Thank you once again. My name is Silva, and please leave a like and a follow, and we see how best to establish those farms.